Hey Marcus, let's check out this question that you sent. Bit of a doozy, and it actually kind of leads itself to a discussion on calculus and limits, but we'll skip that for today. I'll just show you how to simplify this thing. What we have to do, let's focus just on the top part here, and we need to come up with the LCD. Because we're subtracting two fractions, remember we have to have a common denominator. So the LCD here is going to be 9x squared times x plus h quantity squared. Now how do I know that? Well, here's 9x squared right here. 9 goes into 9, so I don't need to worry about that extra 9, but I do have to worry about this x plus h squared. So I just kind of slap it all together, and that's my LCD. Okay, so let me just erase my marks there. What we're going to do, I'm going to take each term. So this is still one term here in yellow, and this is one term in blue with the negative. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply the LCD by each of those two terms. So just bear with me, I'll write that out. So the first term is going to be 5 over 9 x plus h squared. And I'm going to multiply that by this LCD. I'll just write it right out here so I can easily cancel it. Second term, this is my blue term. I'm just going to copy that term down. And again, I'll multiply it by the LCD, 9x squared x plus h quantity squared. And that's all over h, which I'm still going to multiply that by the LCD. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to distribute anything out. I'm going to leave all of this in factored terms. That's easiest to deal with, but we can cancel some things out. So the 9 and the 9 are gone, and the x plus h squared and x plus h squared are gone. So what I'm left with this term, I have 5, and I have x squared left, so I'm going to call that 5x squared. My second term now, over here, remember we do have a negative, but the 9x squared can go away, so I'm left with negative 5 times x plus h squared. So negative 5 times x plus h quantity squared. And again, this is all over our common denominator, which I'm just going to leave in factored form. Okay, so far so good, but I need some more room. There we go. Okay, so now what can we do? Well, let's do some order of operations on the top. I'm going to distribute that negative 5, so that's going to leave me with 5x squared. Now over here I have negative 5 times x plus h squared, so let me FOIL this guy first. X plus h times x plus h. We're going to use the FOIL method here. X plus h, ran out of room. That's going to come out to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Again, I skipped a step there, but I'm just doing the first, the outside, the inside, and the last, and I combine those middle terms here. Now what I have is minus 5 times all of that. So again, we're going to distribute that minus 5 through each of these terms. So I have 5x squared, that goes right here. I have negative 5x squared. I have negative 10xh, and I have negative 5h squared. And again, this is still all over our denominator. Okay, well, we have some like terms we can combine. This 5, and that should be a negative 5 there. That's gone, so we can get rid of that. And I'm left with negative 10xh minus 5h squared all over our denominator. Now what can we do? Well, we can try and let's factor out something because we have a common term here. We have h, and we have h, and we have negative 10 and negative 5. So we can factor out those common terms from the numerator. So let's factor out negative 5h. That's going to give me 2x minus h. And again, I'll just rewrite the denominator. Like so. Why did I do that? Well, just because I want to cancel the h's here and here. So that's gone away. And we'll leave everything in factored form. So I have negative 5 times 2x minus h over my new denominator, which is 9x squared bracket x plus h quantity squared. All right, and that's our final answer. It's actually simplified. So there it is right there. Okay, so the procedure for these is kind of the same with anything else, a complex number. Find the LCD, multiply all terms by the LCD. If we have a denominator, we're going to multiply that as well. Take the time to write it out like I did here, because then you can clearly cancel things. Remember what you have. If you have the same number on top and bottom, you can get rid of it. After that, do some order of operations, get rid of some brackets only on the top. Leave the denominator in factored form so that you can cancel all out later. Distribute if you need to. FOIL, then distribute in this case because we had a binomial squared. We canceled some terms, and then we factored out some common terms on the top just to simplify as much as possible. So give that one a shot. Let me know if you still need help, and we can meet one-on-one to discuss it.